You cannot reconcile again.
No, not at all. I loved her, and that was my wife and everything, but all the lies and the frauds and everything, who could love a false person?
You trusted her. At
Yes.
what point did you start now doubting her?
What point?
At what point did you start doubting her?
When I got here and seeing how everything blew up, and untrustworthy. The house wasn't there, the land's not there, the introduction's not there. So basically at this point, ain't nothing to trust.
Agamba yali amwesiga niyo buzibu yabusanga okuva lwe yatuuka mu Uganda bwe yatandikira okulaba ebituli ebingi ebyaliwo, enju teriiwo, ettaka teriiwo, byonna bye yali amugamba byali bya bulimba. Takyamwesiga katayagala baawukane. N'okwanjula tekwaliwo actually. N'okwanjula tekwaliwo, baamulemesa okwanjula nga tesente zonna yasasula, bwe bwali obuzibu. Now, do you want like back your money or anything?
Yes. I would prefer that back and all, because I was fraud. It was fraud out of the money and everything else of the sort. I was trying to build a better future for us, for me and her, and her family. That's what I was trying to do, build a better future and all. And that was my intentions. And when she led me, that was her intentions. But evidently it was not. She was just a fraud, a scam, a schemer.
Agamba ebintu byamutabula yeetaaga ssente ze. Agamba omuntu gwe yeesiga okutuuka ku ekyo yakizuula nti yali mufere. Ssente zonna okuzimubbako yali yagala babeere ne future entuufu omukyala n'omwami. Naye yakizuula si bwe kityo bwe kiri okusinziira ku nneeyisa ya mukyala Rachel Shanita Kirabo. Bw'atyo ye bw'abiraba. Tukwaniriza ku Tegusulwa live. Nze Innocent Tegusulwa. Tugamba omuntu yenna ng'oli mulwadde genda manafu aba Bivorganic bali opposite Masengere Emmengo. Dr. Richard Senjobe musawo mukugu abeerawo n'abasawo abalala bangi. Genda bakujjanjabe buli ndwadde yonna. Ania buli ndwadde yonna genda bakujjanjabe era nga ekizimbe kyaffe kya kiragala ojja kiraba kiwanvu opposite ne Masengere Emmengo. N'ennamba weeryawo bakubireko. Bannaffe aba Kalira Electronics basangibwa awo ojja basanga Katwe kopi n'ebitaala ng'akava kakumba ekizimbe ekyo. Batunda fridge, batunda TV, batunda ebyamasannyalaze byonna ate mwana wattu ku bbeeyi nnungi. Banoonyeko ku ssimu eyo nawo ogendeyo. Olwaleero tulina story ya njawulo. Tugenda kuba tugikola mu nnimi bbiri, mu Luzungu ne mu Luganda. Tulina omwami ono bamuyita Andrew mu America yeyingiddewo mu bbanga ttono mu Uganda. Ekyaleese Andrew anoonya munne Rachel Shanita Kirabo. Mu bimpimpi yamubba yajjako wano n'agattibwa naye ne bamugamba tekimala ino komawo bakole okwanjula. Ne bagula ennyumba, ne bagula ettaka, ne bagula ebintu ebirala bingi ne ssente enkalu. Bwazze kuno basimu gaavaako baagana okumukiba ku airport. Ayogera ne maama batugamba tebimukwatako tamumanyi n'omwana. N'olwekyo y'emboozi gye tugenda okwogerako twagala tuyige mu ngeri ez'enjawulo. You're most welcome, Mr. Andrew.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
My pleasure.
All right, yeah. Let's start from the beginning. How did you know Rachel Kirabo Shanita? When?
Well, it happened about 3 years ago. I met her on a dating site.
Yeah. Okay. Agamba Rachel Kirabo yamumanye emyaka esatu emabega. How did you meet each other?
On a dating site.
Okay. Basinkana ku mutimbagano ku internet ne basinkana. Okay, you tell us what happened next after dating.
After the dating site, we talked for about 1 year. And then I finally was coming over to meet her. And so-called happened, I wasn't able to get a visa because she told me about a visa on arrival. But that was false. I wasn't able to get a visa on arrival. So I ended up losing out for that. And so
was that the first time you came to Uganda?
That was the first time I was coming to Uganda.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to come because I didn't have a visa. And I was supposed to get one on visa on arrival, but it did not happen that way.
Okay.
And then like a couple months.
So they sent you back home to America?
I never got on the plane. They would not allow me on the plane from America.
Yeah.
And then after that happened, a couple months later, I ended up coming over to get married to her. And we set up and we ended up getting married.
Agamba nti basinkana omulundi gwe yasooka okwagala okujja mu Uganda tekyakola baali bamugambye visa ajja kugifunira ku kisaawe ne n'akizuula nti si kyekyo ne wayita ebbanga n'ajja kuno Uganda bagatibwe. Did you get married eventually?
Yes, we did in September. September of last year. We ended up getting married.
Omwaka oguwedde bagatibwa ye ne Rachel Shanita Kirabo bagatibwa. Where?
At the courthouse, at the local courthouse. I don't know the name which y'all call it.
Yeah. Obufumbo tuwe bwa DC. Bagatibwa mu bufumbo obwa DC mu Uganda. Who attended your wedding, Mr. Andrew?
Well, her grandmother attended the wedding, and also 2 of her cousins attended the wedding as witnesses as well, along with our lawyer that attended the wedding.
Did the father and mother attend?
No, they did not. They was waiting at the reception. Her mother was, but her father was nowhere in sight.
So the mother came for the reception?
Yes.
But the father did not come?
No.
Okay. Agamba bagatibwa. Ne tata ne mama tebajja ku mbaga okujjako waaliwo jjajja yeeka yajja ne bakazini abalala ne maama ku reception yaliwo. So you get married now?
Yes.
You and Shanita Rachel Chilabo?
Yes.
What happened next?
Well, I end up probably about a week later going back to America. So we always stayed communicated on the phone and everything and back and forth and all. And speed things up. This February of 26, we were supposed to meet in Egypt. But I flew over to Egypt, but she was not able to get on the plane because she did not have a visa.
Yeah. Agamba nti bwe bamala okugattibwa yaddeyo mu America ne basigala nga boogerezaganya oluvannyuma balina okusinkana Egypt ng'omukyala n'omwami tekyaliwo. What happened? What stopped her to come to Egypt?
Well, they said that she did not have a visa. She was supposed to apply for a visa, and she did not have a visa to enter the plane. And so they would not let her enter the plane on visa on arrival because she was Uganda, and they said they needed a visa for it.
Agamba nti omukyala bwe yayagala okugenda mu Egypt amusange yamutegeeza nti tekyasobose kuba bamumye visa ey'ogenda mu Egypt okusinkanayo omwami we. Now from that point, we want to know, did you spend on her money for visa or anything?
Yes, for the tickets, for the plane, and also for the visas and everything else.
Agamba byonna yabisasula, visa, ticket, sente zonna yazimuwa, n'amalizibwa ng'omukyala amugamba tekisobose ye kumusangayo mu Egypt tekyasoboka. For how long did you stay in Egypt?
17 days by myself, and everything was set up because we was going to do the honeymoon there. Everything was set up through the hotel we were staying at, the Embassy of Egypt, and they did the honeymoon suite and everything else with the dinners and all that.
Agamba yali ategese honeymoon mu Egypt nga mukyala we, honeymoon ebeerewo beeyagale buli kimu kyonna, musajja tuyamala ennaku kumpi 17 nga omukyala tebawuliziganya. Now, apart from her being denied a visa, was she communicating to you?
Yes.
Normally?
Yes, she was communicating normally, barely communicating. Bits and pieces here and there, but she always claimed she stayed so busy or she had something else going on. So it was bare minimum, enough just to keep me around, but not keep me going.
Okay. Did you expect anything?
Like what?
Like bad moves or ill motives?
Just like ill motives, no, I did not expect nothing. None of that.
Agamba basigala boogerezaganya ng'onali Uganda oli ali Egypt ne talina kiyeekengera kyonna wadde omukyala yamugamba nti ali bize oluusi okubikwasaganya bino embeera bw'etyo bwe yali. Now in Egypt, what happened after 17 days?
When I was in Egypt, and so we was getting in contact with each other, then all of a sudden it stopped. And after I left Egypt, then I didn't contact her, she didn't contact me, and we stayed out of contact with each other for about 2 months.
Agamba bwe yeddeyo mu America baatuuka nga tebakyasobola kwogerezeganya, message tebaziddamu, tamukubira noono wadde yagezangako, naye nga Rachel Shanita Kirabo teboogerezeganya okumala ebbanga eryo. What happened next?
And then when she finally got in contact with me and everything, she more or less was making it seem like it was my fault not contacting her because she don't pick up the phone and do the contact.
Agamba bamala ne baddamu ne boogerezeganya. Ne kuno ekyaliwo kyali kyanjawulo ng'amunenya omwami obutakwata simu, obutogera naye, obutamukubira, n'atandika okumunenya naye ng'onaagamba yamukubiranga naye nga lwekyo Shanita Kirabo takwata masimu kati ne gufuuka musango lwaki omwami ono aba takwata masimu ali mu America Kirabo ali mu Uganda. Tell us what took place next.
So she ended up calling and we talked and hammered everything else out and all. And then from there going on, we was in process of, she was telling me about buying land and stuff like near the equator.
Agamba nti baatuuka ku level n'atandika okumugamba ebyogula ettaka agula ettaka basobola okuba nga beezimba nga ligubwa mu Uganda. Did you advance her money to buy land?
Yes, I did.
How much?
It was like 25,000.
25,000.
Excuse me, 25 million.
25 million
for the land.
To buy the land.
Yes.
Okay. Did she send you like pictures or what? About the land?
She sent me pictures of the land and the contract of the land that was down near the equator.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah. So from that level, you expected her to have bought land for you and her.
Yes.
Do you remember
to start a family and for our future.
Do you remember the place where she bought it here in Uganda?
No, I don't know the name of the place, but I have the documentation for it.
All right, yeah. Agamba yamusindikira sente $25,000 agule ettaka erya family n'amusindikira ne contract endagaano ey'ettaka eryo ye nono. The second arrangement was about the house now.
Yes, the house now.
Okay. Did you get documents for the
Yeah,
house?
She sent me documents for the house and all, and said she put the purchase money down for the house and all. The house was going to be 168 million.
Okay, the documents were in whose name? Yours, hers,
it was
or both
in
of you?
her name.
Why?
Because she told me that she couldn't put them in my name because I was an American citizen, and the law state that I would have to be a citizen here to get the documents in her name, my name.
Agamba nti ennyumba eyo yagulibwa $168,000 n'agamba naye yagiteeka mu mannya ge n'amutegeeza nti ono talina kuba ku biwandiiko kubanga si mutuuze mu America n'ekyo talina kuba ku biwandiiko. Were you comfortable with the arrangement?
No, I was not comfortable with that arrangement, but then she told me that once I get here, we go to the lawyer's office and the lawyers will put the documents in both of our names when I arrive.
Yamugamba nti wadde tasanyuse omukulu teyasanyuka ninamugamba nti kakibeere bwe kityo bw'anajja e Uganda bajja kukyusa babiteeke mu mannya ge oba agaabwe bombi, of course nga bali abafumbo. What happened next?
You know, I really truly trusted her because she was my wife, and I thought she was on being an honest person and everything, was never being about scamming. But in actuality, she turns out to be a big scammer and big fraud. And so after that happened, you know, she signed the paperwork, she showed me that and everything. And then I said, when I come over, we also will plan the traditional wedding. And so she gave me a list about the traditional wedding, how much it costs. And she gave me her mother's phone number, say her mother has a different type of phone now and got a new number. So she gave me the number of her mother's new phone.
Okay. Agamba nti oluvannyuma yamutegeeza nti beetaaga okwanjula ebintu byawo nasikumukuba bukubi embaga. Beetaaga okwanjula n'asindika lisiti y'abantu abamusondeddeko mu kwanjula. Era n'amugamba naye asindike ku ssente. N'amuwa n'ennamba endala ya maama. N'amugamba yakyusizza essimu n'ekyo n'akyusa n'ennamba. Now, did the introduction happen?
No, it did not. But when she gave me the new mother phone, it was actually her phone number on another different phone. And when she was using that phone, she was communicating with me like she was her mother. But in actuality, it was her.
Agamba nti yatandika okwogerezeganya naye. Ninga engeri gy'awandiikamu gye boogerezeganya. Ng'eringa eraga nti ye maama si ye mukyala we Rachel Shanita Kirabo. Omukulu ne yeekengeramu. What did you do?
What did I do? When I just honestly communicated with her thinking it was her mother that was handling the affair. And so I was sending Rachel the money to make sure everything was paid for the affair. But in actuality, it was not.
Like how much did you pay for the introduction this time now?
$35,000 for this introduction now.
35,000.
Excuse me, 35 million.
Okay.
Uganda.
For the introduction.
Yes.
Agamba yasasula $3.5 okwanjula kuno kubeerewo. Nenga bamaze okumusindikira babalala abasonze okwanjula okwo kulyoke kubeerewo ne n'asindika miliyoni 35. Now you send the man now 35 million shillings.
Right.
When was the introduction
It was supposed to be August the 22nd.
August
that
22nd.
was last Saturday, just past Saturday.
Saturday or last Saturday. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so you had to come from US to Uganda now for the introduction.
Yes, and 2 days prior to that, before I was catching the airplane to come over, Shanita was like, well, basically she don't think this is going to work.
Oluvannyuma yeetegekera okujja bukwanjula ng'ennaku z'omwezi 22 ennaku z'omwezi 22 August ninga buli ennaku 2 Rachel Shanita kirabo amutegeeza nti nsuubira okwanjula tekugenda kubeerayo. How do you react to such?
What could I do? I was already in motion, you know. I was already took off work to come over here. My money already was spent, allocated out to make everything, all the plans to come over here. And then it was just like the rug got snatched from under you.
Agamba yete kyasobola kusazaamu. Amaze okufuna okugamba bakama be, agenda kuvaayo ajja Uganda. Tena kyakola wadde omukyala yali amugambye nti tekyasoboka kwanjula kubeerewo. Yasalawo n'asalawo yali nnyonnyonyi ajje mu Uganda. When did you land at Entebbe?
Thursday.
Thursday.
I land Thursday morning there at the airport. And so-called happened, she ended up sending somebody to pick me up at the airport, but she did not come at the airport.
Agamba ku Lwokuna ku makya n'atuuka Entebbe. Omukyala teyajja kumukima, yasindika omuntu omulala ajja mukime. Now, a different person now comes to you to pick you?
Yes.
The cousin?
No, it was just a guy that she knew came to
A
pick
different
me
guy?
up.
Okay. Now, he picks you now. He takes you where?
To the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because she had told me she had canceled the house that we had bought. And she said she had canceled the house, so I wouldn't be able to stay there. So I would have to get an Airbnb. So I ordered an Airbnb when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, leaving America.
Agamba nti yafuna A&B kubanga ebintu byali bimaze okubanga bitabuka n'atuukawo Entebbe ne bamusindikira omwami omulala amukime. Now the guy takes you to A&B in Entebbe. Did he stay around? Did he see after dropping you?
No, he just dropped me and left.
What did he tell you?
He didn't tell me nothing. He just dropped me and left. He just said thank you, and it was already paid for, and she left. She did pay for him to drop me off.
Agamba ono gwe baleeta omwami yamugya Entebbe n'amutwala mu A&B n'amusuula awo teyogera kigambo n'ekimu teyongerako ye n'agamba agenze bye. What did you do?
So basically, I was here in Uganda and really didn't know too many people, not at all. So I basically was like kind of like stuck with this Airbnb, and I did not know anybody. I was just here alone and all. So she was saying the next day she probably would come up because she was somewhere down in the village. And so she was saying the next day she probably would come up. Or she said at first she initiated saying she wouldn't be back to Sunday. And then she said she would come up on Friday when I end up getting another Airbnb.
Agamba musajja otu byamusobera ng'alimu A&B talina gwamanyi teri gwayogera naye tabitegeera mukyala mugamba lwakuna lwakutaano Sunday ngenda kujja kulaba awo n'akyusa A&B endala. Now you changed the A&B a different one now.
Yes.
N'agamba n'afuna A&B endala. A&B w'okusula. Okay, who helped you to get a different A&B?
I did myself. I went online and ended up getting it.
Okay, now you reached there.
Yeah.
Were you still contacting her?
Yes, on that Friday when I got the new Airbnb, I contacted her and let her know where it was at. And so she ended up coming over with her and her friend Rochella and Luma, one of her friends that she tried first lied and said that was her cousin, and then find out that was her friend.
She finally comes to you.
That was later on that night. She told me that wasn't her cousin, that was her friend.
You receive her?
Huh?
You receive her? She comes to you now?
Yeah, she came there on that Friday.
Yeah.
And so
agamba ku Lwokutaano yejja ne banne kwade gwe cousin tebajja. What happened?
Yeah, so we was at the Airbnb there, and so we she said, well, we need to talk. So I was telling her, well, we need to talk now and just talk about what we need to talk about and get it. So, but when she got there, you know, as a husband, not seeing his wife in almost a year, trying to give her a hug, she didn't take it. Try to give her a kiss, she didn't take it. She just like was totally cold.
Agamba nti bwamulaba ko yasanyuka. Bamaze ebbanga tebalabagana. Agezaako okwagala okumuhaginga ng'omukyala si byaliko tayagalira ddala. Agezaako okwagala okukeesinga, of course nga America omukyala agamba tabiriiko nga yeeyisanga atali muntu we, mukyala we gwe yakuba embaga. What followed next?
All right, so we end up getting into Uber. So we end up going to CJ's and get dinner. So we was there for a while and all. So we was riding around, you know, just conversating, but we wasn't really conversating. We just find something to do that night. Then when we get back to the house, she said she was going to end up staying there at the Airbnb with her and her cousins, but that did not turn out. Her phone kept on going off and ringing.
Agamba bagenda okulya kamere ku Cafe Javas. Ninga era omuntu tammoka. Mukyala we Rachel Shanita Kirabo tammoka. Agamba baamala ne bavuga special Uber. Ne baddayo ne yengera ebintu bitambula bulungi. Now you went back. You and her and the cousin?
Yeah,
back
her
to
cousin Rochella. Yeah, her cousin Rochella.
Yeah.
And another one, Loomis.
Right.
And we all went back to the Airbnb.
All right, yeah.
And then her phone kept on ringing. So Rochella was answering the phone at the time. Rochella kept on answering the phone, talking to whoever. So and after she get done hanging up, she asked her again, you know, who was that or whatever. So they was talking Ugandan. I don't understand Ugandan. And so they end up hanging up the phone, and then the person called right back again, like if somebody just hung up on them. And so they forced her to put her on the phone. And so it was a male voice on the phone as well.
Ogamba nti waliwo omulala yali yakuba n'eddoboozi lyali lya musajja. Agamba ne mukwano gwe yasigala ng'ayogera naye ng'oli alinga tali musanyufu ayogera. N'amala n'aggyako essimu naye katono n'asoberwa kuba baali boogera Luganda. Kati nga busajja talina kyakikolera. What happened next?
And then after that, you know, I was like, yo, I said, I'm your husband. And you mean to tell me you're not staying here with me? And who is this guy on the phone? Give me the phone and let me talk to him. And who is your husband? I'm your husband. And I came away from America, and I said, this is not right and everything. So after that, I just walked up and went into the Airbnb.
Agamba nti mu kaseera ako yagamba nti yeye musajja yamuwasa mbufumu. Tasobola muyisa bw'atyo kwogera na musajja mulala. Ye ani gwabadde ayogera naye kati awo n'anyiigamu n'addayo mu A and B. Did she follow you after you went back to A and B?
No.
She stayed outside?
No, she went and they left in the Uber.
They left with the Uber.
Yeah, with the Uber.
Aga mu kaseera ako baamulekawo ne batambula ne bagenda ye n'asigala mu ruumu yekka. That was Friday night?
Friday night, Saturday morning, Friday night.
Okay. Olwali lwakutaano ku lw'omukaaga ku makya. Did you call her again?
No, I didn't. But she texted me a couple times and was asking me about communicating with her other friend, cousin. And basically I told her it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing happening because she was interested in me looking at some property, some more property, her cousin, as she claimed her cousin. But no, nothing.
Agamba nti kati baddemu kwogerezeganya nnyo nga bamuwandiikira nnyo naye nga tewali nnyo kwogerezeganya kuli awo. That was Saturday now.
Yeah, Saturday.
Today is when? Today is Wednesday? Okay.
And so I also had a friend, associate, to get in contact with her and let her know, like, hey, let's sit down and talk about this and let's discuss this before everything just go too far.
Agamba nti kati waliwo omulala yayingiramu n'agezaako okumuwandiikira n'agamba mwali badde mutegeeragana ng'ababiri abantu abakulu abaagalana mutuule wansi mulabe engeri gye mukkaanya. After now the third person comes in, tried to mediate you two people. What was her reaction?
She just replied to him, hi, or something like that. And after that, she sent me an email stating that I shouldn't let no third person be in or whatever, to contact the lawyer and yada this and yada that. And so basically I already had a lawyer at that point.
Agamba byamunyiiza nnyo. Omukyalo ono ng'agamba nti siwe bibeera toleeta muntu wakusatu. Ffe ababiri ffe bino bimala ne bw'oba oyagala ennyo funa lawyer asobola okuba ng'akuyamba si kufuna bantu balala ate kuyingira mu bintu bino. Did you get a lawyer?
Yes, I did.
What was the advice from the lawyer?
The lawyer is in process, an investigation, doing an investigation and everything now. So I don't really want to go on to furthermore discussing it while the lawyer is doing his investigation.
Alright, yeah. Agamba nti yagende wa lawyer. Lawyer akyanoonyereza okulaba ekyokola n'ebigenda mu maaso. Now, when did you last talk to her? The last time?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yasemba kwogera naye ku Lwakutaano. Now,
not this past Friday, the Friday before.
Alright, yeah.
When I first arrived. What was that, the 15th, something like that? 14th?
Alright, yeah. Friday eri gye yasemba kwogera naye. Now, is she responding to your messages now?
I never contact her no more, but I contacted a friend and told her she need to contact my lawyer because my lawyer was trying to contact her and he wasn't able to get through to her. And we went to her mother and talked to her mother about it. And her mother just said, well, they grown. I don't have nothing to do with this.
Agamba banoonya maama we. N'abimuyitiramu. Maama we n'amugamba nti muli bantu bakulu. Ebyo ebyammwe sibimanyi mwetereeze. Muli bantu bakulu musobola okuba nga mwetereeza. Maama we ndowooza ye Harriet Namuleme ali najje nankumbyawo ndowooza waakolera. Now from the mother now, what did you do next?
Now, when we went and talked to the mother, we basically told the mother everything that what was going on. And the mother didn't seem like she was so much concerned about the situation as that actually being her daughter.
Is there anybody else, a family member you know about from the mother?
Did I contact with?
Contact or any contact or physically anybody?
No, only the mother. And we was telling her the lawyer just getting in contact with her and everything to resolve this issue before criminal charges be brought up against her for fraud. And the mother said, I don't have nothing to do with fraud.
Okay. Now let's go back to these purchases. The land itself. What problem do you have with the land now? After sending the money, do you hope this land is clean? And the house?
The house was actually false. It was false. It was the paperwork was false. Everything was false. The land, they could not find the land or whatever situation. So as of going that don't look too promising as well.
Okay. Do you still want to meet her again?
Meet her how?
Rachel, Shanta, Chilabo.
Meet her and talk to her?
Yeah, talk to her.
No, we just want to get this issue resolved. She go her way and I go my way.
You cannot reconcile again?
No, not at all. I loved her and that was my wife and everything, but all the lies and the frauds and everything, who can love a false person?
You trusted her. At
Yes.
what point did you start now doubting her?
What point?
At what point did you start doubting her?
When I got here and seen how everything blew up and, you know, untrustworthy, the house wasn't there, the land's not there, the introduction's not there. So basically at this point, ain't nothing to trust.
Agamba yali amwesiga niyo obuzibu yabusanga okuva lwe yatuuka mu Uganda bwe yatandikira okulaba ebituli ebingi byaliwo, enju teriiwo, ettaka teriiwo, byonna bye yali amugamba byali bya bulimba. Takyamwesiga kati ayagala baawukane. N'okwanjula tekwaliwo actually. N'okwanjula tekwaliwo, baamulemesa okwanjula nga sente zonna yasasula, bwe bwali obuzibu. Now, do you want like back your money or anything?
Yes, yes. I would prefer that back and all because I was fraud. It was fraud out of the money and everything else of the sort. I was trying to build a better future for us, for me and her, her and her family. That's what I was trying to do, build a better future and all. And that was my intentions. And when she led me, that was her intentions. But evidently it was not. She was just a fraud, a scam, a schemer.
Agamba ebintu byamutabula yeetaaga sente ze. Agamba omuntu gwe yeesiga okutuuka ku ekyo yakizuula nti yali mufere. Sente zonna okuzimubbako yali yagala babeere ne future entuufu omukyala n'omwami. Naye yakizuula si bwe kityo bwe kiri okusinziira ku nneeyisa ya mukyala Rachel Shanita Kirabo. Bw'atyo ye bw'abiraba. As you came for marriage now, you found them, the mother and the girl Kirabo. In what situation?
It was like a real small, tiny place, real small, tiny apartment. And with me, from the kindness of my heart, I tried to build their status up a little bit more than being in a little small, little place like that.
So you elevated them for an apartment?
Yes, I got her an apartment that her mother and them could move in with and everything. It was on Tebet Road, going out towards that way in a very nice area, very nice apartment and all. And then she started to change. You know, you start seeing little small changes in her, like not answering the phone, or if the phone goes out, she won't call back the next day. Every day, everything, she always had an excuse and an excuse. And so one time she ended up posting a picture with this guy, and I asked her, who was this? And she said, oh, this is my uncle, my grandfather wife's son. And so
agamba bwe yabasanga tebali mu mbeera nnungi ne maama yabajjawo n'abatwala mu apartment ne batuuka eyo embeera yatandika okutabukeera nga bw'akuba essimu akwata bw'aba kutayogera katono oluusi ebuukako bw'ebuukako taddamu okuba n'enkeera n'atandika okwekengera era weerabira n'ekifaananyi kiri ng'alina omuntu gw'ateebereza okuba nti yasanga muganzi we bwe yamugamba nti oyo kojja wange simanyi biki embeera n'ebanga tebutambulira bulungi. When did you start suspecting Chirabo?
Well, I was on my way home from work in America, and we usually talk at that particular time. And so she said she was tired, and so she ended up hanging up the phone. And I didn't think nothing of it. She might have been tired. And so on my way home, I noticed she ended up blocking me on WhatsApp. And I was like, well, that's awfully strange, you know. And then when I got to my house, it was another person there who had WhatsApp and had her number on there. And I went on her reel and seen she was on there with another guy. And so that made me suspicious right there. And I start contacting her family members and everything else saying about this guy. And she said, oh no, this is my uncle. And I'm like, well, you don't be hugged up on your uncle like that. You don't be telling you love your uncle for life and everything else, and you pregnant to him and everything else.
Agamba nti yatandika okwekengera lumu baali boogera nga bali ku WhatsApp n'amuggyako n'amublokinga n'amugamba akooye n'alowooza nti osanga mukyala wange akooye ne waliwo omuntu omulala gwe yali naye eri mu America naye n'agezaako okumunoonya ku WhatsApp agenda okulaba nga alina omwami omulala omukulu ono gwe yeekengera bw'amwekengera n'abuuza bafamily member abalala awo neekenye n'ambuuza ne bagamba nti oyo kojjaawe ninagamba nti engeri gye baali beekuttemu bahaginga n'okwenyeegera nga talabika kubeera kojjaawe okuva olwo yatandika okwekengera ebigenda mu maaso okusinziira ku ye bw'atutegeeza. Now let's go back to when you started dating. There are a lot of ladies on the line. Why Rachel Shanita Chirabo from Uganda?
From Uganda? Because me being American, I always did love Africa, so I more or less wanted an African wife. And so that's why I went on the African dating site to find an African wife. And so when I met her, she was very kind and very, friendly and all. So we started talking, and it seemed to be genuine and it seemed to be real. But somewhere along the line, she must be had some fraud intentions somewhere.
Mabuzizza lwaki bwe yali ku line ku internet ku line okwana omukyala lwaki mu bonna yasalawo omukyala ono n'agamba nti ayagala nnyo abakyala kusinga mu Africa abakyala mu Uganda bwe yasinkana ono n'amulabikira nga mwesigwa ne boogerezeganya era n'amusiima n'agamba nti osanga abasobola okugenda naye mu maaso kye yazuula nti si bwe kiri era ono yali ayagala kumubba okusinziira bw'abiraba. How old are you, Mr. Andrew?
57.
57. Were you married before?
Yes, I was. In America.
What happened?
I just got a divorce. We went our own separate way.
Agamba yaliko mufumbo. Emyaka nga 57. Ne ba divorcinga. Ne mukyala we ne baawukana n'asawo omuyiggo kati ogw'okufuna omukyala omulala. How come you came for ladies from Africa, not from America?
Now from America? Because I love the African continent and I love the African culture and the homeliness they have and represent each other. Africans are very proud people. And in the long run, we were stolen from Africa many years ago with the sub-Atlantic slave trade. So what's more better than come back to your own home where you actually from to get a wife?
Agamba nti yasalawo Africa n'asalawo ajje wano afune omukyala ono kubanga abakyala ba Uganda balungi beeyisa bulungi n'ebirala n'olwekyo n'asalawo n'agamba bali bajjajjaffe babatwalanga mu slavery batwala mu America n'agamba osanga tekimusanyusa n'asalawo akomewo mu Africa gye yasibuka emyaka mingi bajjajjaabe gye baava n'asalawo gy'aba anoonya omukyala ono gw'aba awasa. Was it very clear from the start that you wanted marriage, or just it was fun, or it changed your mind along the way?
It was marriage.
From day one.
Day one, it was marriage. Day one. It wasn't no just want to be friends or hang out and stuff like that. No, it was day one. It was marriage. So if it wasn't about marriage, I wouldn't even talk to her if she wasn't on the same path as I was.
What was her attitude about the same?
She wanted the same thing. She wanted marriage. She wanted future. That's what she claimed.
Okuva mu ntandikwa agamba ono yanoonya bufumbo n'omukyala yali yagala bufumbo n'olwekyo ensobola kikyabangwira teyajjira muntu wakucakazaamu yajjira ddala ng'anoonya mukyala wakuwasa basobola okuba nga bagendera ddala maaso. Given an opportunity, would you still date a Ugandan for marriage?
It's kind of hard. It's really kind of hard because once you get a bitter taste in your mouth, it's kind of hard, So I know all Ugandans is not like that, but it might be a while before I would, because what she did and how she deceiving. You don't know if all Ugandans is like that or not. Not criticizing, but if you gotta get burnt one time, you never know.
Mubuuzizza nti ng'afunye omukisa omulala yalizzeemu era n'akwana mu Uganda n'agamba kizibu ddala okusinziira byayiseemu ne byatuuseemu. N'agamba tategeeza nti buli Munnayuganda bw'ati bwe yeeyisa nedda, naye agamba nti oluusi bw'ofuna ndowooza mu lulimi olwaffe nti ayaalumiddwa ku musota bw'alaba omuguwa yeekanga, ndowooza kiyinza mubeerera kizibu ennyo. Now, is the family trying to help you out, to reconcile you with Rachel?
No, not at all.
They're not supportive?
I wasn't even in contact with them, but she kept me distance from her family, that I really don't have their numbers or get in contact with them or whatever the situation may be, and vice versa with them as well. They don't have my numbers or getting in contact with me as well. But the only person we really did reach out to was her mother, and her mother wasn't too pleasing.
Agamba nti abantu ba family tebamuyambye, ate omukyalo oli yasala nnyo amagezi obutamusembeza kumpi na famire ye. Agamba omuntu aliyomu yekka maama we, ne maama we naye alaga abyesamba. Do you believe she's the real mother?
I really don't know. I really don't know how everything was false, and everything was false from day one and all this. I really don't know if that's the real mother or not. Only thing I know is the situation that happened here, it don't look too good, and the mother didn't look too concerned. Who knows if that's a real mother or not? Everything was built around a full lie, so.
Mubuuzizza nti okakasa oye maama we, n'agamba nti kizibu nakyo. Agamba nti ekintu kyonna kyali ku bulimba. Ayinza okuba ye maama oba si maama we, naye agamba maama we amwesamba. Now, as you go back to the wedding day, there are some witnesses. There was a grandmother.
Yeah, grandmother.
Do you hear from her?
Every now and then the grandmother will call me because she lives in America. She lives on the West Coast and I lives on the East Coast, but she'll call me for, time to time.
Have you told her about what's happening now?
I tried to call her, but she didn't answer the phone, but I'm quite sure Shanita Rachel already called her and told them to don't answer the phone if I called, and she lied she's a master manipulator.
Who? Rachel?
Rachel. Yeah. And when it comes down to people being a master manipulator, sometimes they'll make it seem like they're the victim, but in actuality, not. It's a wolf in sheep clothing. Honestly, it's like one of the devil's disciples.
Agamba nti bintu by'omukyalo ono bizibu. Wadde yasobye naye agezaako okulaga nti ono yalina omusango. Agamba jjajja naye yamusindikidde, ayaliwo ng'omujulizi mugatibwa. Agamba bali tenamuddamu, naye amusuubira ajja kuba amuddamu, naye agamba nti ono mukyala mukugu. Ebintu byonna biyinza okuba tebitegeerekeka bulungi, n'olwekyo yembeera. Do you believe that she loved you? Maybe she changed along the way, or she did not love you from day one?
I really can't tell you that. She the only one can answer that. But for what I know and what happened here, how can you do something to a person that did nothing but good to you? So that's why I said it had to be a devil disciple. You know, even some people go to church and claim they love God, but do the devilish deeds and devilish things. So it's kind of like that is nothing of God. That is something of evil and devil and being demonic.
Mubuuzizza nti oba alowooza mukyalo ono kirabo ye mwagalako yali amwagaddeko oba yamwagala n'aba n'akyusa makati. Ye agambye nti kizibu okumanya kuba mukyalo ono abadde muzibu. N'agamba sitaani alina bw'akozesa abantu mutayinza okuba mulungi ne n'atuuka mu makati ate omutima gwe ne gukyuka neeba nga bizibu ddala okuba nti bisobola okuba nga bitambula mu maaso. Now, you've contacted the lawyer. And she was suggesting from one of the documents I've been reading that she's also trying to engage a lawyer. She's advising you to get a lawyer.
But I already did.
So are you ready to face her in court?
Yes, of course. I'm ready to face her in court because I have all the documents, I have all the paperwork, I have everything. So it's pretty much an open and shut case of fraud. And see, one thing, I honestly want to bring this to the attention of everybody. To be out here defrauding people is not right. We're human beings. Everybody works for what they get. And nobody should be in a position to try to steal anything or defraud anything for anybody else. That's not right. You know, so you bring this to attention to everybody because it's all about this fraud.
Agamba mwetegefu okumusinkana mu kooti batonke. Agamba kubanga ekintu kyonna kyali kya bufere, kyali kya bukuusa, kyali kya bubbi. Agamba buli omu akola nnyo ofuna akasente kafunye era yali yagadde kabenga keeyambisibwa okola entuufu. N'ekyo n'agamba nti si kirungi era mwetegefu okumusinkana mu kooti batunke musango ogusobola okuba nga agenda mu maaso. What do you do in America, Mr. Andrew?
Well, I work for one of the leading railroad companies in America. And so I work in the engineering department, redesign tracks and
you an engineer?
In the engineering department. We redesign the railroad tracks and all. So it's very much hard work.
Yeah, sure. Omwami ono agamba engineer. Engineer ali akola mu America, akola mu departments ezimba zimba ki? Iya, aliyo mu department ezimba enguudo mu America. Akola akasente ke, ayagala afune omukyala, batambuza obulamu. Akasente bwe katyo bwe kagenda no Rachel. Now finally, Mr. Andrew, would you still date through online?
No way. I definitely can't do that. I had enough of that online stuff. If I can't meet them in person and everything else, no, that will not go. And I highly tell people to don't do it because you never know what you might meet. One bad apple in a bunch can spoil everything.
Okay. Mubuuzizza oba kyaddamu okunoonya omukazi nga munoonyeza ku mitimbagano n'agamba kikafuuwe. Tali kiddira, tali kikola, n'agamba aliyeyambisa ngeri endala yonna kubanga tomanya ani gw'odiiringa naye, gw'oyogera naye, n'olwekyo akyejjusa. Takyagalira ddala n'agamba nti nate apo emu oba ennyaanya emu envundu esobola okumalawo ekiseero kyonna. N'agamba akyejjusa tagenda kubanga akikola. For how long are you still in Uganda?
I still got another week here. Be gone.
All right, yeah. As you follow up the legal process.
Yes, the legal process and everything I've got.
And now, finally, you'll be heading back to America.
Yes.
And the case has to going on. Now, how will that happen?
This will happen. It still will continue. I'll sign power of attorney while I'm gone. So the case is still going to be continued with the fraud charges and everything else. And so it will be resolved. And then I will probably end up coming back over or whatever the situation may be over that time. But as of the power of attorney, they'll be handling it from here.
Okay. Agambye nti agenda kuddayo ewaabwe obwe mu America. Nejja kugaba powers of Anthony aziwa omuntu omulala. Omuntu oyo ajja kusigala nga agenda awoza. Nga ye bwe yali baddewo kuba amateeka kikola. Anga weddwa powers of attorney ajja kusigala nga omusango genda maaso naye nga yali mu America ng'era agugoberera bulungi okulaba nti atufuna obwenkanya. Do you expect justice in Uganda?
Yes, I do expect justice in Uganda. And I really think that it will be justice in Uganda. Regardless what part of the world it is fraud. If it's America, Uganda, any parts of Africa, fraud is fraud. And people who does fraud, They will be persecuted for the fraud they do.
Agambye nti asuubira obwenkanya kuba mubuuzizza nti ogenda mu kooti niyo osuubirayo obwenkanya mu Uganda. N'agamba nti amateeka gaba mateeka, obubbi buba bubbi, era asuubira obwenkanya kawabe wano kebe mu America, n'ekyo alina essuubi nti omusango guno ajja kuba aguwangula. It has been a pleasure, Ms. Andrew.
It's been a pleasure with you. Thank you for having me, and thank you very much for helping.
Thank you too. Just praying for you. We see that we get best out of this, and you get justice at the end of the day.
Yes.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Good time.
All right. Thank
all
you.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Program bwetu bwegenze yalere badde yanjala omuko tubadde n'omukulu ono Omumerica Mwami Andrew era nga tunywa olugendo lulwo n'olutegedde n'olwekyo tujja kuba twongera okuba nga tugoberera story eno okulaba ntufuna ekituufu. Mubeere bulungi. Mweraba.